What does it mean to be a woman of color?
So today we're going to do a critical analysis upon the video that came out with Megan Thee Stallion in New York Times concerning why she speaks for black women. First and foremost, let's deal with an article that I saw today before I saw this video, because I ran into this video this morning. So there's a article that came out on Complex where Megan Thee Stallion says, basically it says Megan Thee Stallion claps back after a Twitter user suggests that she is taking advantage of the whole protect black women trend. And let's just make something very clear, and let's not get into our emotions. But if you don't know by now that the celebrities are using you, Beyonce, P. Diddy, you know, what I like to call is like they like to sprinkle their little pro-black pepper, you know, the little pro-black pixie dust on certain things just so that they can get your attention. That's the new move. That's the new trend.
She's got to be strong because that's just the expectation.
With Beyonce at the Super Bowl, you know, performing her Black Panther, you know, segment, her coming out with Black is King and all this other stuff, you know, these things that these celebrities will do and will go out of their way to distract you, you know, to get you to love them more, for you to worship them more, because not only are they considered, you know, celebrities, but they make themselves into icons, into idols, into goddesses, right? You give them worship, you give them value. If you don't give them attention, they become meaningless. And so that's the same thing you have with concepts of gods and goddesses. If you pay no mind to Jesus, Jesus wouldn't be as such an authoritative figure in this world. We all know Christianity is the major religion in this world. So in the same reality, they have to keep themselves relevant. If they are used as a pawn against you, they have to continuously be relevant. And so what's the major thing that's being relevant today is this pro-black movement, and 80% of this pro-black movement is to protect the black woman at all costs.
The system as a whole has failed her.
You've never been shot. You don't know her pen.
Say her name.
18 women of color.
People running with Malcolm X's quote.
Most disrespected person is the black woman. I want you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet.
Nonetheless, I want to deal with certain aspects of this video because I am a film critic and I'm also a film major. So I study film. And when you look within the message of this video, in the very beginning, she talks about how she is a lady to her man, right? A lady in the streets. His lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
Being his lady in the streets, but his freak in the sheets.
And when it shows you the message, when it shows you the picture of her being a freak in the sheets, it's not a man to woman. She made that very, very clear that she's his lady in the streets, but she's a freak in the sheets. And it shows you two women making out. Later on down the line, it tells you that she has her grandmother's love, but she loves the wrong people, and it has a man and a woman, black man, black woman, in a form of a unison.
Inheriting her grandma's love, but always loving the wrong one.
You know, as if they're in love and stuff like that. And so it keeps going on and on and on, and you will begin to see transgenders
being murdered, beaten, abused, then question if she evoked all of it. She marches for everyone else.
So I'm like, hold up. So now she's adding on to the agenda that somehow trans women, trans black women are women. Men who changed their sex because they felt like they was born something that they wasn't. You know, they were born in the wrong body, which I don't know how that happens. They're being represented in a video that's supposed to represent black women, and as they're showing this transgender as they're showing this black man who wants to be a woman, she says
she marches for everyone else, riots for everyone else, dies for everyone else.
And so the video continues and continues, and then, you know, she talks about how they're murdered, they're raped, and all this other type of stuff. We've been brutalized, the most disrespected, neglected, unprotected. You know, we stand for everybody, but when it comes to us, ain't nobody there, you know, playing the victim.
But when it comes down to her, it ain't a mother in sight.
Let's just be honest. And I'm not doing this in a way to be disingenuous or whatever the case is. If you think I am, then you just don't know who I am and what content that I'm, you know, what I'm about and the content I create for my people. It's this agenda where you have black women, right, these black feminists who are playing victim, where they not only are going out of their way to say that, you know, patriarchy is tearing them down, but they're saying that the black man is the one that's tearing them down, that's controlling them and doing this and that to them, but not making it known that white supremacy is the one separating them and dividing the family. But it's the black man, right? The black man needs to do better. Black man this, black man that. There's people out here saying straight black men are the white men of the black community. There's just black women out here saying that straight black men are the weakest link, you know. And so these black women, these black feminists are being used as a pawn. They're being used as a puppet to tear down their men, to emasculate their men, and to separate or cause further division between the black man and the black woman. And I have to give props to Willie Lynch, man. Willie Lynch, you cold jive turkey. Like, if you haven't read Willie Lynch came up with a method, if he even was a real person. Willie Lynch came up with a method in which there was to cause further division between black people, but to always be dependent upon the master. So it would be the young against the old, the light skin versus the dark skin, and the man against the woman. You teach the man to not focus on, you know, him being mentally stable or mentally strong, but physically strong. And you teach the woman to be mentally independent, but to always be dependent upon the master. This cycle continues, and you see this continues even within our communities, even throughout social media. This shouldn't be a generalized perception of who we are. Not saying that at all, but what I'm telling you is that they are using this against us. It's clear as day as you see it. They have a man dressed up as a woman calling him a her. That has to be the most disrespectful thing that you can do to the image of a black woman.
She marches for everyone else.
If that's a black woman, who are you? Who are you? If that's a black woman, who are you? Because that's just a clear disrespect to your femininity and to who you are as a beautiful black woman. And so this is what Meg Thee Stallion is pushing. And she's a pawn, you know, and she signed with Roc Nation, which is the founder of it is Jay-Z. And if anybody knows anything about Jay-Z, Jay-Z's mother came out a few years ago, being a lesbian or a bisexual or something like that. And then you have Beyonce, who is a clear advocate for LGBT and Black Lives Matter. And if everybody doesn't know about the Black Lives Matter movement, that's not only founded by white Jews, right, but it's also advocated by the LGBT community. You know, even one of the co-founders or one of the people in charge of the Black Lives Matter movement said that the Black Lives Matter movement is a queer movement. So they're pushing this agenda of LGBT upon the black community and making black people, in particular black women, more acceptive to the lifestyle of LGBT, of turning away from their natural desire for the black man and creating a black family to scissoring with another girl in the sheets. You know, you can like her as an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you have to stop listening to her music, whatever the case is, but you have to take accountability of what you put in your mind. You know, you have to take accountability of what you listen to, and also you need to hold her accountable for her character and who she is. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Tory Lanez situation. That's not what this video is particularly for. But what I will tell you, though, is that she is being used as a puppet, as a pawn against black people, just like every other celebrity. They sprinkled the little pro-black pixie dust, just like Beyonce, just like T.I., just like Killer Mike, just like P. Diddy. I just saw P. Diddy with his little white snowflake, his snow bunny. But, he's about black excellence, he says. Beyond me. I want you to logically think about this. Understand that within this industry that's owned by the Jews, you have to understand the agenda that they are pushing. If the masses are following this trend, you have to understand, do I need to follow this? Because if the media is pushing one thing, you have to turn the other way. Just like the media and everybody telling you, vote, vote, vote. You need to go out there and vote. Turn the other way. You need to support LGBT. Turn the other way. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I can't breathe. Black Lives Matter. Turn the other way. Turn the other way. They have romanticized your black movement. All these celebrities that you love, and they're talking about protect black women, LeBron James even. All these celebrities that are coming out to protect black women. We gotta be down for the culture, black excellence, and all this stuff. They are using you. They are pandering off of your emotions. All they gotta do is spread that little black pixie dust. All it takes is for a black male celebrity to say he loves black women. Everybody latches on. All it takes is for a black female celebrity to be like, we gotta protect black women. We gotta upbuild the black race and all that stuff. And it's a right to say that I only want to support everybody who's black, and we just latch on. When you're dealing with celebrities, all it takes is just bare minimum, just a little pixie dust. little pro-black pepper, little triple black pepper for you to latch on to whatever they have to say, to latch on to whatever agenda they have been not only programmed in some cases, but what they've been paid to do, what they've been paid and told to spread and bring to people. But some of y'all don't think it's that deep. You're going too deep. You're going too deep. It's not that serious. But they're using you. There are agendas behind these things. You have to look in between the lines and understand, what are they distracting you from? Why are they telling the masses that we need to protect black women, we have to protect black women this, black women that? You have to look behind the lines. You have to look in between the lines and look at the person behind the curtains, like Wizard of Oz. What are they hiding from you, and what are they trying to subliminally condition in your mind? Because I see a lot within the pro-black community, a lot of people are pandering to women. A lot of people are being used as a footstool in terms of black men. They're being used as a footstool to women. Whenever it comes to any situation concerning a woman, it's always the black man's fault. Black man, we gotta do better. Black man this, black man that. Black men, you need to straighten up, And instead of understanding that this is just one particular situation that's just dealing with another individual and another individual, we want to make it a race thing instead of making that the particular situation thing. For an example, a woman could get her heart broken by a man and be like, black men are trash. A black man could get his heart broken by a black woman and be like, black women are trash. And so they have made their situation and something that's personally going on in their life a race thing. You make it bigger than what is not to begin with. You have created your own illusion, your own matrix. Until next time, I'm Tyrone. Comment below about how you felt about the video. If you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, if you agree with me, if you didn't agree with me, let all that be known in the comment section below. Share this video with other people. Until next time, I'm Tyrone. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm out. Hold on. And somebody just sent me a message of Megan Thee Stallion promoting Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And in her caption on Instagram, she says, let's do our part and make sure we are voting. It's like I said before, these celebrities are being used as pawns, as puppets. But you want to make them your leaders. That's beyond me.